Good afternoon, folks. It's 12:37. It's March 5th, 2015, and it is early Thursday morning, and it is Empire Night. Now, Empire. We used to do Empire on Wednesday nights, but we didn't do it this Wednesday night because it was so much to take in. We had to actually watch it again.
Right.
And by the time we watched it, it was actually like 1 o'clock in the morning. So we weren't going to tape then, so we decided to tape now.
Yeah.
Wow. First of all, it's some things I want to say. I thought about this last night. The music was incredible.
Really?
From them singing Lean on Me by Bill Withers to Conqueror. That is our new anthem.
Yes, I love it.
It was beautiful. And of course the family singing She's So Beautiful. And really getting a chance to hear Terrence Howard. I've heard him sing before. I've seen him play guitar or whatever on the, what's that movie they make?
Hustle and Flow.
No, not Hustle and Flow, but the other one with Morris Chestnut and everybody.
Best Man Holiday.
Best Man and the Best Man Holiday. And the Best Man, he was singing and plucking the guitar at the end, so it was fantastic. Cam, could you read my chat flip stuff?
Yeah, it was great. Every 5 minutes, we're just, what's happening next?
Right, exactly. And I want to give a shout out to, even though Raven Simone was in it just a little bit, she was on The View this morning talking about the show. The finale is supposed to be dynamite.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to Derek Luke playing Malcolm. He's playing the hell out of that. This time he came into his own, didn't he?
He really did. He came in and saved the day. Really.
Yeah, he did. With all his Navy SEAL ops stuff, and it was just everything. The guy that plays Andre, Trey Byers, oh my God, this was his night last night.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get an an Emmy nomination for this show, something is wrong with the TV land. And
it is.
He was phenomenal. He played that part as the bipolar crazy brother to the hilt. The elevator scene first scared me because I didn't know what he was going to do, especially that little baby boy. He looked so young. And then Jamal got him to sing Lean on Me, and that was so powerful. It was so powerful. So I guess let's get on with the show. What happened, girl, right from the jump?
From the jump, we see Anika and Lucius in there talking to a wedding planner, and here comes Portia and I'm about to call her Candy. Cookie come in asking her or telling Lucius that she called Beretti and she's trying to get some scheme up on him.
Right. She said that she was in with Beretti all this time. Come to find out, now y'all remember when Boo Boo Kitty came up to Portia in the elevator and was talking about what you getting paid and I can do better for you than what Cookie can.
Yep.
Come to find out that Boo Boo Kitty, Anika had asked Portia to spy on Cookie. But in the end, Portia was like, you wanted me to spy on Cookie? I spied on you. She flipped the script on everybody. But I knew she was not going to turn on Cookie because Cookie is the one that took her from wherever she was and gave her opportunity. Opportunity that Anika would have never given her. Nope. She would have never been hired at Empire. And Lucius would have known nothing about it. And Anika would have kept that secret as she has kept a lot of secrets, as we're finding out. What happened next?
Now they're... Tears.
Oh, wait a minute.
What's going on?
We forgot. They after they had busted out Anika, they got to throwing her clothes out.
And out the window, out the door,
stepping on them, whatever. And they told her to get out, and she couldn't take the company vehicle. That's a Lion vehicle. And here come Terrence trying to act like, oh baby, I love you. I don't want you to go, whatever.
Right.
But then he said, but you need to tell me, what did you tell Beretti?
Of course, she's like, what are you talking about? You're sick. She's trying to lie about it.
And he said, she was like, he said something to her, and she said, are you trying to threaten me? And he said that, well, if Beretti hears about my ALS and my IPO, then your daddy, with his falsification of my medical papers, is going down.
Right.
So she really had to stop and put a pause on that.
Yeah, she had to think twice before running and telling.
Mm-hmm.
And then here comes, as soon as that scene is over, here comes Beretti and them by the gates.
Yes.
A swarm of cars, and Beretti's in one, and she gets in the car with him. But we're like, when did this all happen? He just came like on the spot.
Right, exactly. Well, it looked like, I come to find out, she was on the company phone because Cookie had told Portia phone check, and Portia snatched that phone out there her hand, and I guess she must have been talking to Beretti or some Beretti's people on trying to get Kanye West.
Right.
Bitch, please. You know you'd have to go over Jay-Z dead body. It ain't gonna happen real soon. No, girl, because if Jay-Z don't whoop your ass, Solange will. So my little joke. But anyways, so there we go on, and we're at the Empire company business, and all hell broke loose.
Yeah.
There's been security breaches, and we got Malcolm. He's on top of that. He's going to neutralize the situation. We're going to get these ops out here. We ain't lacking, and we all that. And so then they have everybody getting together. But they show a strange scene with Andre.
Yeah, okay, so he's in the bathroom, and it looks like he's going to take his pills, but he having flashbacks of him shooting himself or wanting to. So he throws the pills in the toilet and flushes it. Then go pretend like he took it when his wife come around the corner.
Right.
And like, what?
And let me just say, which we can talk about later, that was not a good thing to do.
No, not at all. But
so
they do get back to Empire, like she said. Everybody is in a fuzz, you know. Everybody's like, "What's going on here?" And Jamal talking about he want to get Estelle. I forgot her name in the show. What's her name?
I forgot her name in the show.
But he wants to get Estelle, and Lucia's like, we ain't got time for that. We trying to hurry up and get.
But listen, wait a minute. They got the Empire headquarters set up. You think that you are in a military empire? They got computers of how many artists that the Empire Enterprise is keeping, how many artists that Beretti and his company. What's his company name? I said I was gonna remember it. Something more. Creedmoor. Creedmoor is getting, and they're going out and they're talking to artists. So we have we've decided that Cookie is going to go and talk to Rich T, I think his name is, or Rick T. Royalty. And Hakeem is like, I can talk to him DJ to DJ. And we're all like,
Lucia's like, no.
No, that's not happening. And so Cookie said, I'll go. Where we got to go? Oh, Ghetto Ass Studios. Like, I should have asked before I went. And we have Lucius going to talk to some white boy rocker. What's his name? Wilder. Vinny Wild or
something like that.
Some Wild. Right. And so we see Lucius and Andre and Hakeem talking with him, and they're talking about deals, and we're going to be IPO, and you're going to be independent, all this business stuff. Then all of a sudden Andre jump up and start talking some real crazy mess. Talking about the white boy saying, I'm not going to pay 30%. And he said, Andre talking about, you can pay 15%. And Lucius did what he did the last time Andre was talking mess. He started laughing like, yeah.
Right, that's not happening.
Right, so we see Lucius, they walk the white boy out. He's like, oh, I have my people call your people.
Right.
Which was a lie.
Right.
But we also see Lucius looking at Andre like, what is wrong with you? Because he was hopping around like real hyper at the meeting.
Because he came late, remember?
Sure did. And then all of a sudden we see Cookie over at Rich T and them.
Yeah.
Royalty. I'm sorry, I keep saying Rich T.
Yeah, she came in there and she wanted to talk to Royalty. And here come this dude in here talking about, oh, man's got to be with a man and woman can't drink like a man.
Right. Why these dots?
Dots? I said
dots. Right.
She like, I spent 17 years in the pen. Use a mark.
Right.
Stop playing.
He talking about him calling himself a G. She said, G.
Right.
G. I spent 17 years in the pen, and you ain't nothing but a mark. Right. I'm like, what? So they make a decision that to get Royalty to stay with Empire, they're gonna take these little shots.
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't know if I didn't know if it was piss water or what they was gonna drink.
It was codeine, man.
Something, and it was some little homemade something. And she said that when she was in the pen, they used to make a plum drink, and it was stronger than this. And so they said, whoever take the most shots, you'll stay with Empire. And so the next time we see them, she is high in a cooler brown.
She is Stone Stallion drunk.
Yes.
Finally, she swallows her throw up, everything. She is totally drunk.
All the other guys except for Royalty have passed out.
Yeah.
And she like, oh, I'm the last man standing. He was like, yeah, except for you're not a man. But anyways, Royalty, she's like, you're not going to leave us. And Royalty said, I tell you what, you take this last shot and you walk through out that door, and I will stay with Empire. So he dipping and dabbing, shaking the little glass bottle up,
pushing it like, come on.
Right. Well, he took his first. You know, jumping ahead. So he took his first, and then he started trying to pour hers lightly, and then she tipped the bottle over like, come on, give it here. And she did that whole when you just had enough of that liquor, and took her that last big shot. Then she started like gonna throw up, and I think she threw up in her mouth and stuff.
Yeah, she swallowed it. And she was drunk. She even had to stumble when she was getting up. So I got it.
Right. But she got out that door. Now she's out the door and she is walking down the street. And here come this knucklehead going to snatch her purse, because she carrying her purse just loose, you know, loose and low and everything else. Soon as this fool grabbed the purse, here come Malcolm.
Here comes Malcolm out of the blue. He comes and he saves her, and he whoops his tail for trying to steal the purse. And he sees that she's drunk. She's all falling over him. Oh, what you doing here? How you doing? She all kind of drunk. We already know they like each other, so she all flirting and stuff. He trying to get her to the car. She's all, take the cookie. Take the cookie.
You want a bite of the cookie? Now she had laid herself back in the car, legs spread up, talking about take the cookie. I'm like, what? So he said, you know what? I follow rules, and that's my boss, and I see how he looks at you with that kind of intensity, and he's still in love with you. And she's like, Lucius, come get some of this cookie. So he ends up taking her back. The next scene we seeing is, there is a scene where Beretti is talking to Anika and got his hand on, reached across, put his hand on her big old fat yellow knee. And she like, let's just keep this professional. And he looked at her all crazy. Yeah, absolutely. You know, although you know it wasn't really absolutely. But we next see the brothers got up in the elevator because Lucius sent Hakeem to find Andre. He wants the money Andre had brought into this meeting. Yeah,
Andre gets into the elevator and he's all, and we got to buy our artists and stuff. I got a Bentley and...
No, he said he had a Lamborghini, girl.
Excuse me.
Him bought a Lamborghini.
Andre's like, Daddy looking for that money. You're going to be in trouble. Stop all this playing. But he snaps on Hakeem. He gets to swinging, and he grabbed him up and threw him on the wall of the elevator, and Jamal trying to pull him off.
And he swings on Jamal, and he misses. And now Jamal can see, oh, shit, something is wrong with my brother. He knows that his brother has mental problems. They all know. It's not really a secret, but it's something that we don't discuss, okay, in their family. We don't discuss that. And so they see he has lost it. He's sweating like a bull. He took his jacket off. He's prancing around, talking to himself. The elevator got stuck because he got to knocking the buttons and stuff, and Jamal is trying to fix it. Hakeem sees he doesn't have any service to call anybody, and they're just literally stuck. Come to find out in the car, Malcolm is talking about Delta 1, 2, and all that kind of stuff, that they had been hacked.
Yeah.
But the elevator scene was so powerful. It really was. First, Hakeem just went, Andre went buck wild in there. Next you know, he's hugging up on the brothers and everything, and Jamal reminds him, remember when Mom used to sing this song to us, and they started to sing. He said, I don't remember all the words, Andre, you know the words, because Andre was talking about in the elevator that I don't have any talent and all of that. Yeah. So Jamal thinks about how can we get him together. Next you know, Jamal starts with Lean on Me singing it, and Andre slowly joins in, and it was a highly emotional. It was so powerful. Shout out to what's his name? Trey. What's his real name?
Trey something. I don't know his last name.
I think it's Byer. Oh. But anyway, shout out to him, and he was hugging the brothers up in the end, but still looking crazy, like he could snap their heads off. Yeah. But it helped to calm him down. One of the really terrific scenes was with Jamal meeting up with Estelle.
Yeah, it was so cool. She's like, oh, hey, how you doing? She's all happy to see him, and she's in the studio singing Conqueror. But she has Jamal come in. She's like, come here. She's like, stop playing. Come on, get this mic so we can sing. And they end up singing Conqueror, but it was like a movie video, like a music video. It was so nice. They're singing, they're smiling, they're playing around with each other while they're singing. It was so good.
It was really good. And they finish singing that, and they take us to commercial. When we come back, we're finding that Tiana is supposedly going to meet with Anika. Becky and Carmen told them, and she got sources, and she knows now that this white dude Wilder has went with Beretti, and Tiana is going to talk with Anika. So Cookie says, I gotta go. Y'all go, Lucius and Jamal, to go talk with Estelle because she wants to sign on with them, and ended up that she does. But in the meantime, we see Anika. We see them heading to the restaurant where Tiana's going to be. All of a sudden, Anika comes out of a cab, and Hakeem runs up to her and is saying, why are you doing this to Dad? And you part of the family, and he makes us all mad, but we have to forgive him and all of that. And he's hugging her up. And she's trying to say, you don't even understand. And she looks in the window, and she sees Cookie talking to Tiana. And he runs in. Hakeem runs into the restaurant and leaves Cookie outside. And she'll call him a bastard, and but he said, I got to take care of my dad. And so, and I definitely understand that. And Anika getting ready to stomp her ass up in the restaurant, but there's Portia and her clique stepped in front of her. Nah,
so not today.
Not today. You ain't going up in there. And Tiana wants to come back. She doesn't want to leave Empire, but she still wants a relationship with Hakeem.
Yeah, then Hakeem's like, I can't lie to you. I'm still into Camila really, really bad. So it's not going to be exactly the way it is.
But my mom is going to take care of you. And we then see that, like I said, with Terrence and Jamal and Estelle and her manager sit at the table talking. They're talking about they want her to come to Empire. And her manager said, we came to Empire, but you had this young lady, A&R, who would not sign us. And now, little by little, Lucius is seeing that Anika did not have him or the company's best interest. Not only just going Beretti, but all this side stuff. You know how you hear this one big news and you kind of like, I don't know, maybe I'm going to deal with this person. And then when the little shit start adding up, you're like, bitch, bye. Bye. Which we did hear Cookie say, bye, Felicia. We've been waiting on that. But anyways, Estelle decides to sign with him. And she was saying how she loves the song Beautiful. So he's like, okay, we can do that right now. That ain't nothing but a thing. So they get ready to go to the piano, and she says, can Jamal sing with us? He's like, yeah, come on. Yeah, come on. It was so Which it was so touching. So they started singing, and you now start hearing Lucius as, this is who he was. Because you see him from the artist's perspective. He's playing the piano, he's singing, he's rapping, Estelle is singing, and in through the door, Jamal announces, we got Tiana in the house, we got Hakeem in the house, and the queen of Empire, Cookie Lyon.
Everybody was in there singing. We was like, oh my God, we're all screaming.
They all got to singing and rapping, and even Cookie sang a little on the chorus and stuff. It was so touching, and it shows you that's so important in this show and in life too. Family got to stick together. Because when the shit hit the fan, even with Crazy Andre, they all circled those wagons together. So it was fantastic. There's so much that went on in there. I'm probably leaving stuff out, But it was really great.
Yeah.
In the end, the Enterprise held on. They got new artists. They kept their old artists. Dallas is staying with them.
Yep.
We've got Tiana staying with them. We got what's his name? Royalty staying. They got the one dude is top rapper like a Tupac. He's in prison, but Lucious People is working on getting him out. And we've now got Estelle who just signed on. So we found out finally that it's not only the family, but it's the family that works together, and I say prays together. It's the family that stays together, and everybody had to let go of their differences. Lucious had to let go of that old bullshit of gay.
Right.
Because he kept harping on that point last night till finally Jamal just snapped over
Twice.
him. Right, and told him to let it go. We saw Hakeem and his mom finally get it together, because when they were at the restaurant with Tiana, talking her into staying, Tiana said, Hakeem said, my mom Cookie is the best person you'll have to represent you. And Tiana said, you didn't say that at the beginning. And he said, I wish I had her. And he apologized, and he said, Cookie said, my love for you is unconditional. And we finally see them as a mother and son. It's what he really wanted. It's what he needed. And for her as well, she needed to have her baby back next to her. So it was fabulous. You know, it was a roller coaster, wasn't it?
It really, really was. It was some great highs, some great lows.
And then as soon as you think, the ride's over, they got you whipped out and you're going again.
Right.
It was insane. It touched all the emotions and all the issues.
Really.
Next week, second to the last episode, we see J Hud.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm going to say wow to that. J Hud is going to be on there. Mary J. Blige is going to be on there. It's going to be phenomenal. And then I heard from Raven talking about on The Real that she's coming back. And that the finale is supposed to be everything. So I don't know. I take a blood pressure pill. I might have to take 2 on that day. I don't know. They all wore me out. But honestly, God, when I finished watching last night, I was drained. Not so much the second time. I knew it was coming up. But after the first time, I was drained. I found myself hollering, screaming, tweeting. I don't know. It was crazy.
Of course, all the crazy memes on Twitter. Like it was hilarious. I showed my mom a picture of Joe Jackson in a black suit, all nice and stuff, talking about Lucious in 10 years.
With the exact same hat on that Lucious had when he went to meet Beretti. I forgot to say that he went to meet Beretti and guns was drawn and blazing. But he didn't draw no gun. He walked right up on that gun.
Sure did.
Just like he did. Just like he'll do. He walked right on Beretti gun and told him how he not even has no pity for him with his son, Beretti's 9-year-old son, dying for leukemia. He said he was beyond that. But he said, we're going to do this, but we're not going to do it here. So, baby, it's going to be a shootout.
Really?
And Malcolm is in his feelings with Cookie. So, we'll see how that goes. Anyways, you guys.
J-Hud, too. J-Hud and Andre.
Oh, yeah. That is crazy. But, you guys, subscribe, like, comment.
Right.
Tell me what you think. Here's your question, if you have the nerve to answer it. Is Anika coming back to the family? That's your question. Let me know what you think. You guys have a great day.
You too.